What are you so afraid of? That I'm gonna end up like Sam? I can't get infected. I can take care of myself.
How many close calls have we had?
Well, we seem to be doing all right so far.
And now you'll be doing even better with Tommy.
I'm not her, you know.
What?
Maria told me about Sarah.
Ellie?
And
You are treading on some mighty thin ice here.
I'm sorry about your daughter, Joel. But I have lost people too.
You have no idea what loss is.
Everyone I have cared for has either died or left me. Everyone fucking except for you. So don't tell me that I would be safer with someone else, because the truth is I would just be more scared.
It's cutscenes like that that really drive how good the acting, the character development is in The Last of Us. And even when I've got my issues with The Last of Us, it's cutscenes like that that just pull me back in again, and I'm just like, you know what? Let's keep going. Because Last of Us gets lumped in as like one of the greatest games of all time, and while I do not agree, I did a long time ago because I used to play my games for the story, for the characters. I don't anymore. I want gameplay, and I need the gameplay to be replayable like hell. And my issue with The Last of Us is I think the replayability is massively hurt by the pacing and structure of the way Naughty Dog tells its stories. The gameplay that they give you here is really good. It's a souped up Resident Evil 4 third-person zombie game. You're going to be blasting zombies, you're going to be blasting people, great atmosphere, visuals. It's a really fun experience when it wants to be. The issue with this is the game takes far too long to get going. You open with this really crazy cinematic showing the outbreak that's absolutely superb. Reminds me of Dawn of the Dead 2004, where that's all kicking off. Similar to that, obviously more emotional because, spoiler alert for a game that came out, what, like 2013 or whenever it came out. Joel's daughter dies, and it's obviously super emotional, and you're like, damn, that's like heartbreaking. And then you get into the next bit with Tess, and it just takes so long before the game finally goes, right, here's some freedom, play me. It's like all on rails, it's all walking, talking. It's very rarely putting you into combat, and if it does, you're fighting like, what, like 2-3 men tops. And it just doesn't let you experiment with the controls, get down with what you can do. It's very hand-holdy, and it's very annoying, and it's something I really don't like with video games. And in my video games, to be video games, you need to know what you are. I'm not against having the really cinematic, superbly acted cutscenes, but time and a place there is, and The Last of Us takes its damn time, and it really drives me up the wall. Because when I do play it, when I do get past that point and I let the game immerse me, it's a damn good experience. It really is. And I understand, like I said, I understand why people think it's their favorite game of all time. I get it. I don't agree with you, but I get it. A lot of people play for story, play for character development. And the character development here is absolutely superb. Watching Joel go from such an ice cold, don't talk to me, I haven't got time for you, this is just the way that I am kind of guy. And then eventually he's just like, he opens up, he starts to kind of like let Ellie in, he starts to accept her, and he's just a completely different person until obviously when you get to the end, when they try to take that away from him, and he's like, you know what? It's time for some people to die. And of course, Joel did the right thing. Anyone with kids would say that he did the right thing. And I know some people are going to be like, well, Joel, it's not really Joel's kid. It was his kid. It was. It doesn't matter if it's not blood. They're clearly father and daughter. There's no getting around it. If you don't think these are father and daughter, you were not paying attention in this first game, because that's all it does. It gets that point across, right? But the number one thing that really drives me up the wall with The Last of Us is the zombies, the clickers, the mushroom men. it's such a cool concept to make the idea that cordyceps has jumped from insects to people. It's a very unique take on the zombie genre, and I'm all for that. But they don't do anything with it. So you'll get to a point in the game and you'll be like, right, so I've got the normal runners, the stalkers, which just look like runners with a little bit more growth, and then you've got the clickers that are completely blind and they rely completely on sound. Fine, right? But it's like, right, what else you got? Like, what else is there to this infection? Then you've got a fat clicker, and it's like, what? Like, how original? And that's it. That's your enemy variety. You've got people, and you've got clickers, and you've got fat clickers. And the fat clickers, there's not many of them. And that's it. There's nothing else to it. It doesn't do anything. There's no, like, super, I don't know, thing that it evolves into. It doesn't go anywhere. The focus isn't on the zombies. It's focusing on, I don't even know, just the way people go nuts over it. And I get it. Zombies usually drive the storyline of, like, what people do in these situations. But when you've got a concept as cool as The Last of Us and you don't utilize it, that shit sucks, man. I'm sorry. They need to do something with these clickers. They need to do something with the mushroom zombies. It's such a cool idea. Like, do something with it. Why is it just got to be so generic? But yeah, The Last of Us it's a really good video game. It's not a masterpiece. I hate its pacing, but it does engross me and it makes me want to... I'll revisit eventually. I will. It never makes me want to super replay this over and over again. Like I said, the pacing's all over the place. There's too many sections of just walking and talking. Too many repeat palette puzzles. Just... I don't know, man. All the characters are likable, relatable. I think that's the thing about The Last of Us 1. Its characters are relatable for me. Like, a lot of them. Like, vast majority of the characters are relatable. When it comes to the sequel, I feel like I can only relate to maybe Abby. The other ones, it's just like, I don't know. But this was like lightning in a bottle for Naughty Dog. I don't think they'll ever do it as well as they did it here, where they had, obviously the pacing's trash, but they've got characters are on point, the story's good enough, the graphics are superb, animations are superb, gameplay is fair. It's just a fun experience when it lets you play the damn game. It does. But yeah, The Last of Us, it deserves its praise. I'm not going to call it overrated or anything. It kind of is a little bit. It's not really overrated. I feel like people maybe need to calm down a little bit with it, but you know, it is what it is. It's a very good video game. If it's your favorite game, I totally understand why. I need my games to be a bit more gamey and not like more cinematics, but these cinematics are absolutely superb, storytelling and whatnot. But yeah, that's all I've got on The Last of Us. Let me know down below how you feel about The Last of Us. If you're new here, subscribe. But yeah, that's all I got, people. I'll catch you later.